Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different and I apologize in advance. I'm making another terrible video because I have terrible news. After my dad passed away a few months later, my dog Cookie passed away. It's still pretty fresh. This is really new. A few things. I wanted and didn't want to make a video because doing it again just feels like reliving losing my dad, but also I think it's really important because I shared that she passed on my Instagram and Twitter, and that's a way that I can communicate with you guys. But I do realize that there's a bunch of you who have been a part of this community and have been watching this channel for so many years, almost a decade, and you don't use those social media platforms, so you may have not heard the news. And I just think that it's the right thing to do to share and update with you guys about what happened. I'm just also trying to process grief and mourn at the same time, but I also think it's important. And I also think the more that we talk and communicate and we share about things going on in our lives, especially when it relates to health and medical things, the better we are off all together, learning from each other's experiences. So that's really something that I'm taking away from all of this. And also, sometimes you just get unlucky. Bad stuff happens and you have to learn how to deal with it and keep going. So I want to talk a little bit about what happened to Cookie. One morning I woke up and she didn't want to eat breakfast. I knew it was a red flag, and we took her to the vet immediately. And the vet said if she's just skipped a meal, she could stand to lose probably 3 or 4 pounds, so it's not a big deal to keep an eye on it. But I insisted and I said, I know my dog. We spend every second together. We are inseparable, and I know that there's something wrong. Because some dogs do lose their appetite here and there, but Cookie, even when she was feeling her worst, she had to have like a little growth removed, which was benign, thank goodness. But even then, she was like, dinner? Nom, 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 nom. She just loved food so much. So for her not to eat, I knew in my bones there was something wrong. So I insisted that we run all the tests. We did a stool sample, a urine sample, and a blood test that tested everything. I said, test everything. There is something wrong. And we went back home and we waited for the next day for the blood results to come in. And during that time, she was a little bit more sleepy than normal. She takes a lot of puppy naps, but she was really lethargic. She was really sleepy. She was drinking more water. She was going to the bathroom more, and it just didn't feel right. And in the morning, I got a call from the vet, and she said, yeah, her levels, her numbers for her kidneys are really high. You need to take her to the ER. And I did. I took her immediately. I dropped everything, canceled everything. I took her immediately to the ER, and we just waited until they could see us. And we were so lucky because there aren't many animal hospitals that exist like this that are in our area. This really is an animal hospital that has emergency specialists. They even have IM, internal medicine doctors there for animals. It was the best place she could go and get treated, and they quickly identified what was going on. She had kidney disease. The doctors and vets still to this day do not know whether her kidney disease was chronic or short term. We don't know why it happened, what caused it. There wasn't any indication to tell us what happened, but it was just dealing with it. Now, when she first went in, she stayed overnight for them to monitor her and to give her fluids to really help those kidneys. Unfortunately, the thing about kidney disease that I've learned is that when dogs, and people for that matter, like my dad, start showing signs of kidney failure, which is drinking more water, going to the bathroom more frequently, losing their appetite, throwing up. By the time they're showing those signs, they've already lost 70 to 80% of kidney function. Kidneys don't reheal, unlike the liver or other organs that we have. The liver is an amazing organ. That's another story time conversation for another day. I'm learning a lot of things medically because of my times in hospitals. Not that I've wanted to learn these things, but I'm really learning a lot about the body. At this point, there was still a big chance that Cookie could have a very happy and healthy dog life with daily medication and a daily IV at home. And maybe even they have dog dialysis once a week. The potential for Cookie to have a very happy life was still on the table. But unfortunately, it got worse from there. She had an autoimmune reaction. The body started attacking itself, and it is rare. And I did everything in my power, everything that I could to help stabilize her. I spared no expense. I worked with the vets and with the internal medicine doctors. We did everything that was recommended. We even did dog blood transfusion to try to get her platelets up because those were just being destroyed from the autoimmune reaction. We tried everything, and what I can say is what I have learned about myself in the last year is that I am a fighter, and I fought for her. So unfortunately, Cookie is no longer with us. She's always going to be in here, and I'm even wearing her this was her dog tag, and I put it on one of my favorite chained necklaces, and I just am wearing it nonstop because it brings me comfort. Losing an animal is never easy because pets really do become a part of the family, and I've had a lot of pets growing up, and I've experienced loss with those pets. I had multiple cats, I had a guinea pig, I had a hamster, I had fish, I had a frog. I love animals. I'm a big animal person, and I didn't realize it at the time. When they passed, it was all because of old age, and it wasn't because of something that felt so sudden. Cookie was almost 5, and she was just so young. She had so much more life to live. She just was taken too soon. So I think that's why this loss has felt more difficult and traumatic. And also the bond her and I had was unlike any other bond I've ever had with another animal. Cookie and I had this it was chemistry. It was like on a chemistry level, this bond that happened right away where we were just inseparable. And I really didn't expect it out of a French bulldog, but she had a really high emotional intelligence that I more expected out of maybe a breed like a German Shepherd or a Poodle, which are known for, they can be highly intelligent. I really was not expecting that little funny nugget to have such high emotional intelligence. It really caught me off guard, and we really connected. So losing that very unique bond that doesn't come around very often was very difficult, and losing her so suddenly was really difficult. And it was also really difficult because of the loss of my dad. Cookie and my dad's symptoms and how they passed was so similar. It is a little haunting, actually, and that is what I am dealing with right now. And I want you guys to know that just because I'm not okay today does not mean that I'm not going to be okay in the future. I just need a minute. Cookie didn't have leukemia like my dad, but my dad's first symptom was he had back pain, and it turned out it was kidney failure, and his body had a huge autoimmune response, which we fought like hell to stop, and we couldn't. We tried everything and we couldn't. And then Cookie went into the hospital with the same symptoms of kidney failure and then the autoimmune response. It just feels like getting kicked when you're already down, which nobody needs. Through both of these experiences, I really learned a lot more about the body, about medical things, about autoimmune issues, and especially to what's going on in the world right now. My heart really goes out to everyone, and especially everyone who's basically autoimmune compromised, because it's terrible. It is not fair. And I really hope that everyone right now is taking the time to take care of themselves and stay safe. That's very important. I also wanted to thank you all for all of the really kind words and the love and the support. That has really meant the world to me. This is probably one of the most difficult and weird terrible times in my life. To end this terrible video on a more positive note, I really want to celebrate Cookie's life and all the joy that she brought to everybody else's life. I wanted to share some fun videos and memories and pictures of her. She was just the sweetest dog. We went everywhere together. We traveled to New York together. We always shared a plane seat. She was a great traveler. She really didn't bark ever, not a barker. She actually cooed all the time, which was very uniquely Cookie. She made this little sound whenever she was thirsty or wanted to go to the bathroom or wanted to be picked up. And I'm not really sure how she learned this. She kind of sounds like a baby Wookiee, Cookie the Wookiee. She was also so social. She really taught me how to have fun in the moment and be present in the moment, which is really great for mental health. And she loved all of her other dog friends and people friends. She pretty much loved everyone. I love that as a personality trait. We threw her a birthday party with all of her dog friends. I think there were 16 dogs in the house and all of our friends. Cookie was also a big advocate of animal rights. We raised money for the Humane Society at her birthday. Her birthday was not only her birthday, but it was also a fundraiser, her first charity event, and that's something Cookie was very passionate about. She also loved watching TV. We have a 4K TV, which I have read through many articles. Dogs can actually see the pictures on the TV. I'm looking over here because the TV is right above the fireplace over here, and I have little clips of her watching TV with me, and it was so sweet and special. And we would sit, and when I'd watch a show, she'd perk up and sit like a little people, and she would watch the show with me. And when I would laugh, she would look over at my reaction and look back at the screen. And it was so eerie how people-like she was, but also the best thing ever. Cookie was also a really good big sister to Blueberry Muffin. She took to her right away, day one. They were cuddling, they were sleeping together, and they were just inseparable as well. I even got a double leash, like one of those dual leashes, because they didn't even want to walk separately on separate leashes. They wanted to be next to each other. They're so social and such a great pack animal, and she was like, she's part of the family now, and they love being together. And I kind of feel bad for Blueberry Muffin now, because I don't know that dogs or even Blueberry Muffin understands or doesn't understand why Cookie isn't around anymore. I don't know what they think, but I do know that she misses the company. She misses having someone to curl up to all the time, and she misses her friend who she played with all the time. And every time I say Cookie's name, she looks around for her, so I do know that she is missing her. So I'm gonna have to look into finding her a new furry friend when I feel a little better. I just need a minute. What I most loved about Cookie is that she loved to be around me all the time. She was a true companion dog, and I felt the same way. When I worked out every day in the gym, she wanted to be right by my side. Even when I would roll out, she jumps on my belly and would fall asleep every time when I'm rolling out at the end of a workout. There's a bunch of dog beaches in California, so I got to bring her to the beach all the time. She kept me company while I was decorating cakes and cupcakes and baking all the time in the kitchen. She helped me write 2 cookbooks. She was right by my side throughout all of the writing and photography and every step of the way. She was by my side so much that a magazine where I was going to be on the cover of even offered to allow Cookie to come be on the cover with me and just be a part of the photo shoot, because they knew that we loved being together so much. So that was really special. People just knew how much I loved her, and they really embraced that and included her, and she loved that as well, which... smart dog. Good dog. All right, that is it for the video. That's it for the update. Once again, I just want to thank you for all of the love and support. It means a lot. I am sorry to make another sucky video this year. The videos that I make for the rest of the year are going to be fun. That is the promise that I've made to myself, that no matter what's going on in the world or with me, to continue to have fun and enjoy little things every day and find joy every day. And Blueberry Muffin is really helping with that. She's a goofball and she's very sweet. And if Cookie was here, she would give you a big kiss on the face and she would tell you to go have fun today. Because that's the kind of dog she was. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Take care of each other. Fight for each other. This is just a weird time and a weird year. And I think now more than ever, it's so important to just show people, your friends and your family who are in your life, how much you love them and just be there for them. It means the world. All right. You guys are amazing. And I will see you next week with a funner video, I promise. Okay. Bye-bye. Critty is outside on the deck and she's playing with a leaf. Critty, did you find a leaf? Oh, I caught you. I'm gonna take this little nugget and carry her to bed. Come on, I have to do this like every night. I gotta tuck her into bed.
How's my little floppy pumpkin? Who's a floppy pumpkin? Who's a floppy pumpkin? It's Goody. It's Goody. It's Goody, Goody, Goody. Here she is. Here's my little baby girl.
Not slowing her down.
A drive-through mooncake. Hello, Goody. Welcome to Rose House. May I take your order?
The dogs are so excited right now. They're trying to look at Cookie. She's trying to get the unicorn so bad. Look at her. She wants to play too. French Bulldog have the little bunny ears, so French Bulldog, but if you go like this, it's a pug. French Bulldog, a pug. So here you go, Cookie. You can have a little banana.
And it's gone.
Ah!